so back when I was in America, I was thinking to myself, I wanted to do an organization, right? And you might say to yourself, well, why did you want to do an organization? Why didn't you just join an organization already in place? And I said, one of the things that inspired me was, at one point I was in this group, and we were listening to a lecture by Fred Hampton Jr., okay? Not a lecture, but like he came to speak. And so Fred Hampton Jr. was like, sometimes the Black Panther Party would require of their member, like his father and Fred Hampton and his wife, to feed the kids in the neighborhood, right? And then feeding the kids in the neighborhood, Fred Hampton Jr. himself would often go home or go to bed hungry. Right now, of course, that don't make no sense to me. If you're feeding the kids in the neighborhood, you should also feed your kids, but it is what it is. He didn't have food to eat, but at the same time, his parents were feeding kids, okay? And then I also said to myself, what about this, and then like also on top of that, because the government there didn't like the Black Panther Party, they gunned down his father in his home, okay? Some serious stuff, okay? So I said to myself, one of the things about organization, one of the ideas that people don't understand about organization is that organization is supposed to benefit its members. If you check out, my old writing, you'll see that was like one of the core tenets, that when you do an organization, it's supposed to organize, it's supposed to benefit your own people, your own members. So I said, so I bring this up to say, why is it that, I'm talking about, how you get women. You know what I'm saying? How you get women, or how you, blah, 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 blah. My life as a husband, my life as a father, that kind of type. And you got to say to yourself, well, because look, as much as I want you to be politically astute, whether I want you to know about politics, so on and so forth, I think first and foremost, you should be looking out for your happiness. Okay? If you're not looking out for your happiness, one, nobody else is. Two, you're wasting your time. Okay? So a part of the reason why you are, reading about Russia, or reading about Ukraine, or reading about Israel or Palestine or whatever, if you're just reading about that and your life is still miserable, you're wasting your time. Because one, you're not changing those situations. That's one. Two, you're not happy. Like, there's one thing you can control in this world, and that's you. Right? And that's why, like, for me right now, I don't even know what's going on in America. Sometimes I hear y'all talking about things that are going on in America, and I'm like, I don't even care. I don't even care. Just like if I tell you guys, for instance, that I don't have some sort of internet application, whatever, right? You ain't really losing sleep over it. Now, I'm not losing sleep neither. But you definitely ain't losing sleep over it. Right? And I say, and you shouldn't. Okay? You should be looking out for your happiness. Now, if oh man, this problem with this government is that, only don't got no, internet. Come on. So the reason why I'm telling you about these other sort of principles is because I'm trying to tell you that you can be happy. And I mean, that's actually like one of the big dichotomies that I really want to express. I want to express it in video game. I'm not really working too hard on my video game at this point. I don't know. But I want to express it I expressed it in books already. But it's this dichotomy between reality and imagination. Okay? You're imagining changing the world, or you're imagining things going on in the other parts of the world because people are feeding into your imagination. And I mean, it's fine. It's fine to a degree. It's fine to a degree. Imagination is one of the most potent forces in as far as we know, in the universe, right? Because it can both inspire and it can both motivate and demotivate. Okay? You're supposed to be motivated by your imagination. You're supposed to be demotivated by your imagination. Just to look at somebody and say, that guy, just to look at somebody with the AR-15 and say, you know what, maybe I'm not gonna spit in their face. You know, you just use your imagination to say, look, maybe I shouldn't spit in their face. Unless I got me a AR-15 as well, at least, at minimum. Okay? However, it's also to motivate you. And so you want to read in order to, you know, not just lead, but you want to read in order to get that imagination. But it should all serve your reality. How do you get happier? And so, again, I want you guys to check back on the video before. I want you guys to check back on the video before. Oh, I don't know. Y'all can hear the Swahili. You probably can't even discern anything, right? Maybe when I play back the video, I can know what they're talking about. But I don't know. But either way, I want y'all to understand why we're talking about, you know, getting yourselves, you know, better relationships, better family, better whatever. Upgrading your personal life, upgrading your reality, you know? And don't just worry about, oh man, you know, well, this person did this in this city that I'm never going to go to. You know, like, don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. You know, it's important if it impacts your reality, right? It's important when it impacts your reality, but if it doesn't impact your reality, you know, don't stress it too much. Don't lose sleep. All right, then.